Okay, we're going to turn now to the latest blow in the back-and-forth legal battle between actors Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, because there are new developments. Baldoni's $400 million defamation countersuit against Lively and her husband, actor Ryan Reynolds, ended by a New York judge after Baldoni missed the judge's deadline to file an amended complaint. The legal action all stemming from the movie It Ends With Us, which Lively and Baldoni both starred in. For more, NBC legal analyst Misty Marris joins us on set. So, Misty, thank you for being here. Walk us through what happened here, because, again, what I was trying to say, we had been covering this for so long, and there had been a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, there are a lot of moving parts of this case. So Blake Lively, of course, it all started suing Justin Baldoni and his company, Wayfarer Studios. But then in response, Baldoni countersued Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and the New York Times. Now, back in June, all of those cases were thrown out by a judge, saying that he failed to reach the legal standard to move forward to the next phases of the case. And a lot of that, Tom, is because the allegations that he said were defamatory was exactly what Blake Lively was alleging in her lawsuit. And that's protected by something called litigation privilege. So it gets thrown out, but he has the opportunity, another crack at rectifying and curing the issues. Obviously, they decided not to do that, and now it's official. His case is no longer at play. That countersuit is dismissed in full.
Is this done for Baldoni? Is his turn done now, or can he keep filing lawsuits?
So I think there's a little bit of a strategy here, Tom, because I don't think it was by mistake that this deadline was blown. Basically, now at issue, Blake Lively is entitled to legal fees relating to her defense of that lawsuit. So if they tried again and weren't successful, those fees are just going to go up. But at this point, they can appeal. When it comes down to that award of fees, if there's a final judgment, Baldoni's side will be able to appeal that number, which at the end of the day, the monetary element is what's important.
And there's this original suit, right? Because this was the countersuit, but the original suit is still ongoing that Blake Lively filed.
Yeah, we're almost there. We're on the fast track to trial. It's scheduled to go forward in March, which is really right around the corner. Discovery depositions taking place right now. Blake Lively already sat for her deposition. So a lot of this case is under seal, Tom. We're going to learn a lot more when this gets into the courtroom and this trial unfolds.
Can you read any tea leaves here that legally things weren't going great for Baldoni? I mean, does that tell us anything about the bigger case, the original case?
You know, I think that his lawyers were probably aware that it was going to be tough to win that countersuit because of the legal standards at play. It was unlikely to succeed. Most people who work in this area saw that from the beginning. But it did give him the opportunity to get his narrative out through the filing of legal documents. So we do know a lot about his defense. When it comes to trial, Blake Lively is going to have the burden of proof with respect to her sexual harassment, hostile work environment, and retaliation claims. So it will be her burden to prove the case, and he'll be defending it, trying to it's preponderance of the evidence. So it's less than a criminal case.
Is it your sense this goes to trial?
You know, I would have thought no, because 99% of civil cases resolve, especially when you have big names, big celebrities, a lot riding on these cases when you're talking about the entertainment world. But Blake Lively actually sat for her deposition. She was deposed for 7 hours. So that signals to me, if you're going to do that, why not go all the way?
Yeah, okay. Misty, always great to have you here. We're going to have to wait and see. We'll be covering that as well.